What's going on? And there we go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I have a problem. I have limited recordings of what I've actually done, and I've done so much. It's borderline depressing, the amount of stuff that I have actually done, and my recordings are gone because they were on my old computer, which kept crashing. So what I have left is just a little bit of how I started to get this little puppy going, which is a villager breeder. And I took the design that Impulse SV did in July of last year. Actually, July of 2 years ago, 2019. Wow. And I kind of tweaked it to work with my setup here. His is just a little bit different, but that's what I based it off from. So, and then of course water flows, but oh yeah, so yeah, there's rendering stuff, but regardless, so I have a little bit of a time lapse showing me trying to get 2 villagers here, and it was these 2 villagers, the ones that are in there now, to get them back here so that I could start up my own villager breeder, because I like to play around with redstone just a little bit, just a smidge, and a lot of the stuff that you have with redstone, such as, ooh, I don't know, pistons, hoppers, need good charges of iron, and especially when you're doing large item sorters, you need lots of hoppers. So I needed an iron farm. So the first little time lapse that we're going to share with you today is a little bit of the chaos of me building a trail from the original village that I found when first settled here. And then after that, we are getting on to finishing up the walls, which kind of a little bit of a spoiler, but you kind of noticed that already, regardless. And then I'm also going to share what the village looks like now, and has gone absolutely crazy, and in a good way. With that village, it is expanded. There are so many villagers there. There's so many different professions, and there are so many more buildings, and it looks incredible. And I'm gonna have to take you guys on a quick loop for that after we finish up going through some of the little bit of the time lapses that we have. And then I am also going to share with you what I have built that has been lost to time and space and will never be seen from again. It's just gone, just completely gone. But that's not the point. The point is it's here. I can still share it. So let's go ahead and jump right into this, shall we? All right, let's go. And that was the start of my villager chaos. Let's call it that. So, one villager escaped. I got it back. Then I made a mistake of not covering up the hole correctly, so both of them escaped. I got them wrangled up again. But they're in, and now they're part of the breeder. So, this is based off from Impulse SV's design. I had to make a few tweaks. I don't know if it was just because the way I was doing it or not, but I had to put the trapdoors in to cover the beds. And in his video, that is actually dated for July of 2019, if you want to go look it up, he actually mentions that the beds need to go with the direction that they are now, with the pillow to the left. And then I had to put in all these trapdoors around, because just having the 4 in there and up, they weren't going to that center section. They were actually popping back on the beds. I was just having quite the ordeal. But regardless, now I just pop up here, toss them 24 carrots. They toss them back and forth. They do a little happy fun time, and the baby comes down through where that fence post is. And of course, those are just slabs, so it won't connect, but it comes down through where that fence post is. They drop down in this water stream, and then they kind of float across and slide across the ice, and so on and so forth, till it gets all the way down here. And then down here, they will actually come through, and the water's still actually flowing in that direction. It's just got the sign and a couple more pieces of glass here. And as babies, they'll just sit in there, and they will stay there until they grow up, and then they get caught in the water stream, go up, come across, fall down, and come down in this little collection area where I've got just this simple little, minecart dispenser dealie that picks them up and sends them down this rail. And then I just connect the rail up to wherever I want to go in the building. And as you can see, yeah, it's all done. So I've got a little bit of that one, but that is missing. All of that is missing. All of my so many files are gone. But regardless, let's go take a peek at Anne's village and see what she's been up to. Because that place is just crazy. You saw what it started out as. There was 5 buildings there and maybe 3 or 4 villagers. All right, well, let's go take a peek at that. But as you can see, coming into the distance, there is the village. And the original village was right here. So this was the building that I gathered those guys from. And then it just went from there. I mean, let's just take a peek in the window. Look at that bed. Look at that bed. It's a 4-poster bed with a huge window. And it's a random door. There we go. I mean, look at this view. Wouldn't you just love to wake up to a view like this? I mean, just look at all the fish in that pond. But yeah, it's just huge. And things have changed, because this door used to be a double door, and it used to be in the middle. So she's been here and changed stuff. It used to be here. So I'm not sure. Huh, that's whatever. This is her build, but wow. That looks, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's got the pond here. And let's see. So it's got, there are tropical fish in there and regular fish. So she must have been adding some stuff in there. I know, there it is. their random little house, but the design is cute. This chiseled blocks, probably from all the masons. Lots of glowstone. Just I don't know. I don't know why. Just a creative outlet. It's perfect. I love it. So let's pop back over to the big base. So we have an inspired by Impulse SV design right here. Of course, you've all seen this farm that I built up for my sugarcane. And then, remember how I said I needed the villagers for an iron farm? Well, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Underneath this glass is an iron farm. So my iron farm is on top of my gunpowder farm. And it all is conveniently packed into that one large circle. And this is based off a design from Shulkercraft. I do have one issue though, that every once in a while the golems will, for some odd reason, and I do not know why, but they will actually spawn even on top of those cauldrons. Even though there's string on it. There's string on the cauldrons. There's carpet there. So they stop spawning on the carpet with the string, but every once in a while it'll spawn right there, and I don't know why. So that's why all of these are still here, because I have to randomly come down through and shoot them off. So, but it gives me good access too. So, well, this has got a roof on it now, so going down in there sometimes is a little bit dangerous, but I can go down here, and so this is down to the bottom. Oh. Oh, come on. Well, I've been running around here looking for an ender chest because I have backup elytra and gear, and I don't see it. There used to be an ender chest. She has no ender chest here anymore. Oh no. I've probably lost all my gear. Oh, okay. So I gotta find food. I gotta. All right. So let's find food. Cause I'm gonna have to hoof it. Gonna have to hoof it. Why is there no food? All right. So let's sleep. All right. So no ender chest. All right. So we might have to put an ender chest over here. What? Alright, so I know there's food over here. Alright, so foodstuffs. Here we go. Is any of this cooked? No. Pumpkins. Yes, let's take a thing of pumpkins. Let's take a thing of melons. Oh, geez! Where'd that thing come from? Where are all the villagers with trades? Here's one. Alright. Thank you. You have? Yes, you do. Alright. Well, sorry, Ed. I didn't expect that to happen. So I'm gonna run, I guess, because yeah, I'm just gonna have to hoof it. Well, I can grab a couple berries on the way. Ow. Ow. It has been a long time since I've had to make this trip back on foot. Thankfully, plenty of food. And, well, let's see if we can make it. Oh, there it is right there. Perfect. So let's set our spawn to bed here. I'm hoping I was far enough away till chunks not loaded. Alright, so let's set our spawn. Alright, and Anne made that flag of Norway there. Oh, please let my stuff be there still. So, okay, that makes no sense. So, it's ice. Oh, Frostwalker. Frostwalker did it to me. Oh. Oh my word, you're kidding me. Well, let's do it this way. Isn't that fun? Just riding the little patch of water down. Bloop. There. So, all right. So this is the creeper farm. There's the gunpowder farm, and so up above this, everything comes down onto these. It gets picked up with this hopper minecart. This hopper minecart tops it into these hoppers. And when something actually comes through into this dropper from these hoppers, signal output, extended, or comparator output, this comparator outputs that something's in there to here, which this pulse extender comes out, puts back in the dust, and then powers this dropper to shoot it into this water stream. Then that water stream actually sends it down to the end there into another bubble vader that goes up. So all of the drops from the iron farm go into that bubble vader, and you can actually see it right there. So that's the iron farm. Comes out to here, and just below here it goes down through, and it comes across here, and it shoots this direction. And then all the sugar cane comes down through, and it drops down into hoppers that have the same thing happen, where it comes here and they get shot into that water stream. That water stream comes over here, and then it goes up, and then it gets put into here, and it follows the stream all the way across until it gets to the correct spot. And this is one of the things I wanted to show you. I might have made a storage system. So I've got a lot of farms, and I needed a storage system to match. And this super smelter is designed so that it's all manual, but this hopper just gets activated and runs across, and it'll go back 5 times to empty out one hopper minecart, because there are actually 33 furnaces through here. So it does not take long. And then this is actually designed, I got this design from Exuma, and what it does is it takes, and this hopper minecart it takes 66 items. Once this hits 66 items, this will all release, and the minecart will go that down through and back through. And then I also have this little lever here. As you can see, all these torches by all of these. I haven't used this lever in a while, but you flip that lever and it locks all of these hoppers down below, so that when you are smelting something or large quantities of something, you flip that thing up through, and then you go down and you can pull the items out of the furnaces after they're done cooking, and you get all of the experience from it. And you'll recognize this. There's something that Exuma made for Corrales in Hermitcraft Season 7. I did very similar, except I've got different water schemes going. Oh, was that full? I guess I probably ought to check that, no, it's not. Okay, good. So, the way this one is set up, these 1, 2, 3 double chests and 1 half chest, once those are completely full, this system will do the exact same thing as the other one will. It will, before running, turn the farm on. So it will pull from these double chests to keep all of the fires going while I'm standing down there and doing my transforming. The super smelter is self-sufficient now. This super smelter is self-sufficient, and it also fuels the other super smelter. But once these chests are full, I can shut off the farm, and I can just let it be until I want to run this again. And then when I run it, turn the farms on, start running it, and by the time these are all empty, I'll fill that up. I'll go fill up the other area, and then this will continuously go, and there's enough items in those 3.5 chests where all of these will finish smelting out before it runs out of fuel to go through. Plus it also has, this is a huge kelp farm. Huge kelp farm. Cubfan135, it's his design. He was the one who I saw the design from, and so I've went along and just mirrored this. It's if you just watch his quick video, it's so silly easy to do, and once you realize how easy it is to do, because it's literally just pistons and observers, it's just do it. It's a free renewable source, and then you can shut this off and they won't grow until you need them again. What I actually did is I put glass over the top. That way when things are shooting up, the bubbles don't shoot them up and over across and down through and zing and blah blah blah. So they just hit the top, slide this way, and then over and in, and then they go down. There's a channel, like on a water channel, that goes down through between all of them. I mean, this is getting stupid fish. And it goes down there and it drops down into the water tube for the super smelter down there. And then, of course, this right here is the shut off for it. I had to run a double extenders because of length, of course. And everyone knows the good quality old cactus farm that everyone's done. I just went ahead and I layered it. And then, so I got 3 layers. They all break off. They all get pushed down into this stream right here, which then goes down below there. Oh, and there's the original smelter. So this is going right straight in the storage area. And then it goes whoop, off and on, and it's away. And then this is a very, very, very efficient pumpkin and melon farm. It's all shut off. It's detectors and rails, and yeah, it's extremely efficient. I've got so much of an overflow that I've got it off right now until I can get rid of some of my excess. There's all switch for each side. I haven't connected them up because I don't know yet. I want to kind of connect it up to I want to connect the entire thing up to a central on-off hub. I don't know, maybe, you know, down back here where I can come down through and go bloop, 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 have flip switches, or maybe in one of the other hallways. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. This right here is a current prototype that I'm working on. I'm not sure if someone else has done it this way or not, but this is So this is going to be this just like basically a mushroom farm. So, but this is the prototype. The one I want to do is going to go up here. And it's going to be, of course, multiple levels because mushrooms grow so slow, and it's all going to feed into the same water return as the cactus. But what this is we got, so we're going to have feeder mushrooms, or the plant to grow mushrooms are on the sides, and they're protected by the glass from water being able to go in and get them. And what happens is this is a double ethyl clock. So a double ethyl hopper clock, and I got it set now where this particular clock will flip over every 2 minutes. So every 2 minutes, that'll send a signal to this comparator to send one of these items to this hopper. So the combination of all of these items in this one and the items in this one will equal 1 hour before a signal is output to here. And when the signal is output to there, it will unpower this redstone torch, which of course unpowers this redstone line, which causes these trapdoors to fall down, releasing the water, and it flushes all of the mushrooms down into these hoppers now. When it's up there, it'll flush it down through and go into the storage system. Once this reaches the point where it's empty and resetting, it sends a signal. This observer sees it, sends out a pulse, got the pulse extended into a pulse extender, or yeah, and then goes into another pulse, or I'm sorry, that's a repeater. Goes in this repeater, boom, boom, pulse extender, repeater, pulse extender, repeater, because I want that torch to stay off long enough for the water to reach the bottom and do a complete flush, and then it just opens up. So it's not very long. It's well, we can flip it real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about 6, 7, 8 seconds, and then the doors close again. So all of those items are now in here. Back over to the breeder, and then pow, chicken. We have an automated chicken farm as well. But that is my little tour for the day. I really appreciate you coming along with this, watching me fall to my doom because I used Ice Walker boots on. Point to self. Don't use Ice Walker boots unless you're dealing with magma blocks. But thank you once again for joining me on this adventure. Now you've seen the base. There's another farm that I have captured, and we'll be getting into that on the next one. I hope to see you there. Have a great night. Bye-bye.